Right, hello all. So I've got the Swiss Loco, which is ready for a sound conversion on this new Loksound 5 chip, which I'm just going to take out the box now. Loksound V5 blank decoder. Just open that up. Got a sticker, 8-pin cube speaker, and chamber shims, and instructions which are in I'm not sure if they're in English these or not. I'm not sure. They used to be mainly in German, but actually it looks like they're British as well, these instructions now. Yeah, it is, because it used to be just in German, so that's good. Loksound established 1999, so wow, the original Loksound. So what I'm going to do is let's get this beautiful Loco out. So let's have a look again. Put it back in its box while I was waiting to decide what to do. So I'm going to take that out. Use its special cradle. It's a very tricky Loco to get out this without causing any damage, so got to be careful with this. So I'll put that aside, and there we go. That's ready to take apart. Yeah, so this is it's a Class 272 Swiss Electric Loco, and this is a modern, updated version, and it's 72690 on the box. To get the body off, all you do, it's very easy on this model. Just pull the body slightly apart and then just lift off. There, that's one end. Same again. Pull slightly apart, lift off. Really easy to get off. Right, so looking at this Loco now, we've got two 8-pin interfaces, and we've got a wiring loom, a flexible wiring loom that connects on a connector here, and it just travels down and flexes. It's all one piece, and it flexes through a coupling, special coupling system, and back out and loops back around, so it joins this side, so both motors can be controlled together at the same time perfectly. But I've discovered if I place a chip on this end, I have problems and conflictions on the ECOS. When I touch the display on the ECOS, the Loco will come to a halt, reverse direction, and then change direction, and then start off again. It's just the weirdest thing ever. I've never seen anything like it. So I've discovered by placing the decoder at this end, for some reason, it gets rid of any problems operating via the ECOS control unit. So yeah, I've done all the test runs on it, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place the sound decoder at this end, and then you've got, that's the bay for the Loksound V5 chip, which, to be fair, it's quite a big chip. It's a fairly big chip still. So anyway, that will go just about, it'll just about fit there. And then I've just got to decide where to put the speaker. I might loop the speaker cable around and put it in this bay here. I'm not 100% sure what to do yet. Right, so I'm picking a sound file to download from the ESU site, and it's a GE4/41, which is pretty close to what this Loco is anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of functions and extra added special effects functions as well on this particular sound file. Loads and loads of functions as well, standard functions. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, it's a hi-fi one as well, so hi-fi. Last change is 2022, so it's a really up-to-date sound file this. So what I'll do next, I'm happy with that. So I'll just stop the demo I'll go to download Loksound 5, accept. That's gone to downloads, and then you can download the picture as well, and any paperwork. You can print all that out if required. So anyway, that's downloaded. So what we do next is make sure the lock programmer is plugged in. Switch that on, plug that in, make sure it's connected to the PC, and then place the chip directly into the lock programmer tester there. So I'll plug it into that, and then download, start up the software and download, upload it onto the chip. Right, so I've installed the chip on the lock programmer tester board, which is there, 8-pin, making sure the speaker is not touching anything metallic, or any of these cables are touching anything whatsoever that might cause a problem. Just leave it there. Once it's there, it's connected up, you just don't go near it. You just leave it exactly as it is. So if that speaker touches anything metallic or the wires, you can blow the chip. So that's all ready to be programmed. So what we do then, start up the lock programmer 5, open a new file where I've gone to downloads rather. I need to go to downloads, so open file. I'm going to go to my downloads, and there it is. Double click on that and that will automatically just go now to that. That'll upload that sound file up onto the interface on the lock programmer, and then all we do then is write sound data and information data to the chip. Click on that, and then you get this: write sound data, write decoder data and sound data, overwrite with current defaults from the chip. This may take up to 30 minutes. Click next, and there we go, writing sound data. It may do a firmware update, which is asking for now. Do you want to update firmware? And I'm going to go yes. Writing firmware. When it's done the firmware, then it'll do the sound update. And with it being a hi-fi sound file with lots of features, it's probably going to take about 15-20 minutes, I reckon, to do this. And you can see it operating there now. And that's all programming up. Doing the firmware, still doing the firmware. And that little chip there, plugged into the N652 8-pin interface on the circuit board tester there, the chip tester. So there we go, that's done. Still doing firmware. That'll take a while. Usually takes about 60 seconds normally. There we go, that's done. And then next step, it should start doing the sound profile, writing decoder data, and then it'll do sound file. So that's how it does it. When you get a fresh chip, that's got that's blank and it's come straight from the factory. We'll wait for that to upload, and then what I'll do, I'll probably decide what to do with the speaker and then install it in the Loco. Or I might do a test before I do that. Now on this model, it had missing parts: front window wipers, front grab handles, step ladders, step handrails, etc. were missing. So I scanned on eBay and I came across this body shell on its own for sale for about 20 odd quid. And that's got all the bits I need. It's got the window wipers, the front grab rails, and these handrails coming up the steps either side, which are metal. And because it's a body which is identical at both ends, so that means I can fit out the rest of the details on this model now, and it's only cost me 20 quid. Plus I got some spare parts, roof detailing if I need it, and to tell you the truth, what I'll probably do is resell this body shell for spares and repairs, because someone might want the pantographs and any other bits, like the cab details or the buffers maybe. So I'll probably sell that back on and probably get my money back on it again. So, and that'll make this model complete. Right, so sound file's done. It took up well over half an hour to do this, so there must be some really high quality samples used on the 32 megabytes. I think that's on board. So just got to switch off, disconnect the chip, and try and decide what speaker baffle to put on. So I try and decide what speaker shim to put on to see where it'll go. So that's the next step. Right, so I've decided, tested the speakers, tested the chip. I'm going to put 2 shims on the speaker housing, and then put the cap on the other end of the speaker, the flat part. I'm using power bond in very small quantities. It's just dribbling it along with that special little plastic stick, and that speaker wire is just going to loop around. The speaker's going to go there, and it fits just about right with the body on. So I've used 2 shims, sorry, 1 shim and 1 speaker end. I just realised I've inserted the decoder plug is in the wrong way around. I need to turn it the opposite way around, so the star lines up, the star on the chip, so the lighting will work. Right, so I put it in that way around. So now when I start up the test software, I've got the lights working now, so that's good. That's cool. Right, so we're all done on this model now. So what I've done is extended the wires for the speaker. So I've cut the wires, making sure they're joined correctly, like dropped them down through the umbilical cord area, give them a bit more slack on the cable, and then brought them back up. So it's a nice transition for the cable for the speaker to go into this area here. So when it goes round sharp bends, you've got flex on the speaker cable. And I was going to add another small speaker around here, but it's not going to work. I think because this speaker's centralised around this area, it gives good sound anyway, all around this area. I don't really need another speaker, to tell you the truth, and there's no space to put one anyway. So all I've got to do now is add on the detail parts on both ends of the cabs. Little tiny bit of detail missing on the roof area when I get the other spare body through the post. So that's it, I'll just stick this back together now. Right, here goes, try to put the speaker, sorry, this actual body on. Place it very that's one, nearly. That's the other one. There we go. Wow, man, that just went on ridiculously easy. Oh yeah, really happy with that. I am glad I've upgraded this to Loksound 5, well, put a Loksound 5 in rather. Oh, we've got English. We've got an English station announcement. That's all looking very nice. That lighting's working correctly with the Swiss lighting. So all I need to do now is fine tune the sounds if required. So we're going to the decoder, and then I can go and tune the bass treble on random sound features, etc. But other than that, it's done. Alright, so let's get it on the track, fire up the sound, get it off the re-railer, and change the direction. That's looking nice, that. Yep. Yeah. Let's bring it up to some speed. Yeah, it's working nice, that. All looking good on the sound, electronics, everything's all looking very good. All I need to do, like I say, is add the detail parts, and that'll be it. So in total, the chip, the Loksound 5 was about £90, 92 quid. The Loco was about 75, I think, and spare parts 20. So all in all, got a very good deal here on this Loco. Yeah, happy with that. Really happy. Bring it a little test through the points. Yeah, that's all looking good. It's a beautiful model, it really is. Bring it through the yard. I just love that brown and silver livery. I think it's fantastic. Yeah. Absolutely smooth as you like. Such a close connection there. But anyway, that's it for now. All done and dusted, and thanks for watching.